Oh, there's the
Okay.
Oh.
Sorry, guys. We were having
hi.
some technical difficulties, but I think we're good.
Hi.
And once I hit live, Trisha, you're a lot more clear now than you were before I hit live. That's weird. Okay, so let me switch over to Facebook really fast because I always have to fix something glitchy. But hi, everybody. Sorry, I reset all my moderators again like I do always, so I'll be adding them as we go through here. So don't get offended. So Trisha, since I am multi-streaming on Facebook and on here, I know everybody knows who you are, but just for everybody, if you just want to introduce yourself really fast.
I'm Truthfully Trisha. My name is Trisha. I'm a 42-year-old divorcing woman living in Eastern North Carolina, vlogging my life from addiction to recovery. And here I am, the brand new me.
And you're lagging a little bit, but the reason I wanted to have you on, are we good on your guys' ends, guys? Is she good and am I good? Because we were having some lagging issues before, and that's why it took so long to get on here. So just give me the thumbs up if we're good. And if not, I'm sure they'll let us know. So anyways, the main reason I wanted to have you on, Trisha, is because I've always adored you and you've always been incredibly kind to me. And, you know, I often see, you know, and clearly it's here already, there is lots of, I feel like lots of people, there's lack of communication in some departments. And I just wanted people to see you in the light that I see you in, and just ask you questions to kind of maybe let others see things that maybe they don't see before. Because I don't ever see you on anybody else's channel. Do you go anywhere else besides yours?
There was one other channel that I went on to. Oh, we don't see you, Robbie.
Oh, you can't see me?
Oh, no, there you are. Yay.
Oh, uh-oh.
So the question was, do I go on any channels?
Well, what I'm asking is because I think a lot of people just see you on your channel and they make a decision just, you know, I wanted to kind of get you out of that zone and like ask you questions over here so that people can see you in a different light, possibly.
Thank you so much.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. To answer your question, the last person's channel that I was on was McHenry Cruiser, which I was very grateful and thankful for that opportunity because he is another amazingly talented and genius YouTube creator that suffers with mental illness like many of us do. Excuse me. Many of us who are seeking attention. How can you not seek attention and be a vlogger? You need attention to get views. We're out here and we do what we do. And so the last channel that I was on was his McHenry Cruiser, and I thought he was just wonderful. I normally do not go onto other channels. I love, love, love Nikki Rev, who's been so supportive of me for many, many years. I don't want to bring negativity to her and her beauty and the light that she brings. Sadly, there are people who misrepresent my intentions, and where I was in my active online addiction, I was not a positive person for interviewing until now.
Okay, so can you, because I didn't know that I didn't know anything about Dr. Phil. I didn't know anything about you until about a year ago. And somebody had put us in what they called like a YouTube Big Brother kind of thing. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to see who this girl is.
Granny. Yes, Crazy Nurse Granny. Oh, I love her. Yes, she put us in that Big Brother event with Molly Golightly, everybody love Aaron. Hey, everybody. Oh, I love you, Aaron. And many others. And I thought that was just a wonderful collaboration of our talents. Yes.
So that's so I saw you on there. Yeah. And so I decided I'm going to go over to your channel and take a look and see who you were. And you were very nice to me from the beginning. I never saw you mistreat people. But one thing I wanted to ask you, because I see so many people come in, or, you know, even when I started talking to you like a year ago, don't talk to Trisha, she's terrible, or don't do this, don't do that. I never saw anything terrible from you, so I don't know why these people are so angry. So I guess I'm just trying to get a better understanding, because, I mean, you obviously, as a person on here, have grown quite a bit. I've looked at your old videos since I discovered, you know, you were in a bad relationship or whatever. So my question to you is, when did YouTube start becoming a problem? Like, as far as people attacking you, because you seem to enjoy it still, but before, you know, you like vlogging. So when did the attacking kind of start?
Well, the attacking kind of started when I had an opinion, and I was not in the right place at the right time to ever have an opinion about anybody else, because hurt people hurt other people. And when you're coming from a place not of love, but of hurt and anger because someone triggers you, because either A, they're living a better life than you, or they're doing something that you've gone through, and you identify with them and you instantly get angry. It's not very often you find someone that can bring out that anger in you. And if you're going through something pretty tumultuous, such as myself, a bad marriage, being an underappreciated mom, like many of the majority of women who watch me, I brought out something in them that irritated them, that offended them. And my what should I say, very inappropriate behavior on the internet, coming from a bad place, did not attract good people in my life. When you are happy and you're stable and you're good, you attract good people. But I was not demonstrating the behavior, and I was not demonstrating the content that people could connect on a better level. So I was attracting all the psycho stalkers and psycho twats of internet that together we were a storm of psycho twats fighting with each other to see who is the better one. And somehow I managed to be the number one that they came after. And I fought back. Instead of just walking away, I felt like I had a point. And the underlier of it all was because I was suffering. And when I was coming from a place of suffering, I fought with other people who were suffering. And I didn't have that moment. I didn't have that chance to step back. See, what are we doing this for? And like now. I hope that answered the question.
Yeah, it does, Trisha. So when you start, like, how long ago did you start? Because I didn't go back to the beginning of your channel. How long has it been since you started your YouTube?
Well, the first video that I made was in June, I believe June of 2016. Or it had to have been the moment where Trisha Paytas was doing the 100-layer challenge. She used fake seminal fluid, which I thought was kind of gross. So then I found Amy Slayton, and she did 100 layers of something, and then I did 100 layers of Nutella, which I guess was the preemptive of food porn, but it was just fun.
So did you plan on doing more videos, or was it just kind of like a little thing where it kind of caught on and you enjoyed it?
No, my husband was playing video games and jerking off, watching whatever, and playing with baseball cards, and he left me all alone. And I just started vlogging with that. And then I had an opinion. I had a breakdown, and I started talking to the camera, and then it just kind of, I followed the Amy Slayton train, which I'm so proud of her, by the way. If you know who Amy Slayton is, she has worked so hard to lose weight and change her life, and I'm really proud of her for that.
Okay, so I don't know who that is, but when I
went down that rabbit hole, and then all these other things kind of happened. So to simplify that answer, I would say since June of 2016.
Okay. So when you did that, then because obviously, who brought you on Dr. Phil? Did they say it was an addiction and that's why you went on there? Or what brought that on?
Let's see. Well, in 2017, I had some kind of delusion that I was going to be famous because I was like Nurse Betty, stuck in a really stuck situation that I couldn't get out of. And I thought that is my Hollywood dream. In addition to all of that drama I was in, but I thought I was the chosen one. Instead, they vilified me and lied about me, and people who I didn't know, and twisted it and turned it around. Hi, Molly Golightly. So nice to see you. She's so beautiful. I love her. I'm sorry.
I do.
My ADHD is happening again.
No, it's fine.
Girl.
I love her too. Well, I tell her I hate her. I don't tell her I love her. I tell her I hate her.
Oh, I'm starting to just love everybody. So, okay.
Well, so Trisha, I guess like what I'm getting to is because the main I never understand. I have had people tell me, "Oh, be careful," or "Don't talk to her," or whatever. And you've always been kind to me outside of YouTube and on here. Whenever I go into your chats or you come into mine. So I guess what I'm trying to show people is there anything that you feel like maybe you're not representing of yourself on your channel that maybe there's a misconception of about you?
I think I am who I am. And sometimes it's not beautiful and perfect. And I get really disappointed with myself for the way that I react, because I'm a reactor. And when I react, I don't think before I react. And my behavior is representative of someone with, of course, well, I'm not making excuses, but I have bipolar 1. And my personality type, and that being said, if you look at having mental health issues, behavior is part of that, and being in an environment where I was. So I was very reactive. I was very much pretending a lot of times that things were okay and they really weren't. And I misrepresented feelings that I had to try to fit into a group that I didn't fit in, that I don't really want to be in a certain group. And I'm not proud of myself for my past and my past associations. And if I could go back, I would change it, because it was from where I was coming from.
So is there any like specific people you would change your interactions with, or it's just people as a whole?
Steve, Robbie, you were so wonderful and kind, and I just loved you because you were never mean. You never said anything wrong. And in the YouTube community, you made it a safe place and fun. And I loved your talent. You sang a song for me, and I just love you. There's nothing not to love, and there's nothing fake or nothing to lie about that. I don't get money from you. You don't get money from me. I'm sorry.
You bitch.
I know. I can give you some glitter, though. I can share some. But what I want to say is that you've been good to me, and you've accepted me, and you've called me out when I've been not so good. And I appreciate that you've given me the opportunity to rectify what I had done in the past.
Well, yeah. And you know what? Details to me, unless it's something absolutely horrific and illegal, usually I don't care, because I truly will forgive anybody and everybody. That's just the way that I work. And a lot of people don't like that about me, but that's fine. But what I've experienced, just even from some people that come and attack you, is they've come and attack me just because I liked you. So in my opinion, and I'm not trying to knock people that attack you, but in my opinion, if somebody gets so angry that you like someone they don't like, that to me is a big red flag that the other people have anger issues and don't want to work it out. So have you ever, with these people, kind of opened up a window or a door and just said, hey, if anybody ever wants to talk, here's my email, here's this? You've done that kind of stuff?
I've tried, and I may not be perfect at my communication skills when it comes to that, but I am open because I'm coming from a different place now, and I see things in a whole new perspective, one where I'm not locked in my bedroom anymore, basically, and I'm not making excuses. It was just my life. Nobody would have known what my life was like unless I vlogged about it. And a lot of the times that I pretended that everything was okay, and it wasn't okay. And I just want all of us to share that growth can happen.
Mm-hmm.
And not to hate on someone because they want to change. We all want to change. Why not give them a chance to do it? You can be the biggest piece of garbage in the world, but if someone says, please let me change, why not give them the chance to do it? You might like them.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, and like I don't hear you really blaming anybody else, which usually is everybody else's defense against you, is, you know, blaming you. But I see you taking accountability, you know.
When people are mean
Hold
to
on,
me,
I'm trying to
answer Jerry's question. When people are mean to me, of course I get mean back and I fight back because I refuse to be a victim. Is it okay for them to call me a whore and call me a slut and call me a cum dumpster? No. And is it also right for me to fight back and say, well, fuck you, you piece of shit, go fuck yourself? No, because that's not nice. And I don't like that. And so when I get mean back, deep inside, I get sick. And so that's how I feel internally, even though externally y'all don't see that. And one of my best friends that's watching right now, she knows I get sick.
Well, that to me kind of shows me that you have feelings if you're feeling sick to your stomach for being mean to people that have already come after you first. Because I'm the same way, Trisha. I've snapped on people before, and people have blamed me and said, why is he turning around and apologizing? Well, because I feel like crap about my actions. And you're going to see me do it again and again and again, over and over again.
Yes, that's exactly. Yes, I felt that. And what I do is take that accountability. So you know what? Those of you who are watching now, if you saw me back in 2017, I'm not that same person. I've worked really hard to change my life, and I don't want to convince anybody else that. I convince myself every day.
What do you think is the best thing that's changed about you since you've been on here?
Well, the best thing that's changed about me in the last year was having to be an independent woman on my own and figure things out throughout my life. Getting it all back together without having a man dictate what I could do and what I could not do. And now that I'm in love with someone after a year and how many months with a real person that loves me back, it feels really good. And I'm in a whole new place.
Yeah. And you know what, though, even before you started dating this other person that you're dating, I've always seen you deal really well when, you know, because being a moderator on your channel, I'll block, you know, time people out or whatever. But even if you don't time them out and someone says something really mean to you, I look up to you as far as you holding yourself together and not snapping on these people, because I'm one of those people where I easily snap.
I snapped. If you haven't seen some of my videos, I snapped. And I'm sorry for that. I really, truly am from the core of my being, because that's not who I am. You know, I often look at it at the story of, you know, when someone is just really hurt. When you're hurting, are you the type of person, you know, do you snap back at someone when it hurts you? It stings you. Just sit there. You can't be like, oh my gosh, that just stung. No big deal. That motherfucking hurt. That hurt, bitch. You know, and you want to fight back. You want to hurt me. I want to hurt you back. Now it's like, oh, okay. I've been stung, but I have to think, even though I don't think. I really try hard to think now, but it's like two-factor verification before I react now. I don't just react. It's I got to pass that CAPTCHA before I flip the fuck out. Anyway.
So
Molly,
I want to ask you something too, because I look at you as entertainment as well, because watching you can be very entertaining. So do you feel like some of the things maybe you've done out of entertainment and like your real life mixing it together maybe can cause like a misunderstanding to people thinking, oh my God, she's being serious, when you're actually just being goofy? Or, you know,
there's lots of times I think you can tell. I don't like fighting with people and going real low when I talk about stink box. I don't like thinking about stink box. And getting into those arguments. You know, that's really unbecoming of grown-ass adult women, you know, and to the people who I've offended with that, how else do you react? I'm asking you on a humanistic level. You're being hurt in your life. Your husband's cheating on you. How do you really react? Each and every one of you, how would you react? Not everyone is right. And there are many wrong ways to do it. So I might have reacted 99 wrong ways, but maybe there's one right way, and that's now. And that's being happy.
See, and I want to address this comment just simply because this person is being respectful. So I just want to address this comment because these are the type of comments or emails that I've got just simply because I talk to you or people see that I interact with you. Jerry, I appreciate you for being respectful with that. But the thing is, I think there's many different angles to any of us on here. So I'm going to use you as an example, Trisha. There's so many different dynamics and relationships and friendships that you can form on here. You have an audience, you have fans, you have haters, you have people that you actually get to know and, you know, get close to. So, Jerry, to answer your question, thank you for saying I'm a good guy or whatever. And maybe that's your opinion of her. But I do respect that you were respectful about that. But the thing is, people need to allow people to interact with other people. And if you're not getting to know somebody, just like this, people can look and be like, oh, he's talking to her. That's stupid. I'm leaving. Well, you know what? That's your decision. But if you actually listen to what she has to say, I haven't heard you say anything disrespectful or hateful.
I try not to, but I do, and I have done. And Casey brought up a good question. Let's see if I can go back.
Let me see.
Let's see. Casey, you know, a lot of these people, I do not even know. She said, I'm not so innocent. It's an act she's putting on her stream. She did right before this started. Robbie was there. Robbie was there. I am who I am. You know that song by Nacho Libre, I am? Never mind. I feel that song popping up.
Oh, I had the Neil Diamond, I am myself.
Yes, I am who I am, and here I am. I'm truthfully Trisha, and I'm not perfect, but I'm working very hard every day to try. And when I have these women, they've stolen my OnlyFans, private photos that I took with my boyfriend, who I love. I wouldn't make porn with just anybody, and it's not just, I don't see it as that, and it's not like that, but that's my business. For them to take that content and post it all over Twitter and try to shame me, calling me a slut, calling me a whore, and all of those things, that far surpasses anything I've ever done because I'm not sitting here. And I'll take it a little step further, Robbie. When they accuse me of doxing, these are the people who've attacked me for stream after stream after tweet after tweet. I want to know who they are. You think you're going to make threats that you're going to investigate me for what? Go do something with your life. You do all this, and I'm not going to find out who you are when you're threatening me and insulting me, and then you cry victim. I'm a victim of Trisha's, because Trisha's smart enough to find out who you are. When you go to the police to go for cyber stalking, they don't have the manpower to have someone sit there. They're not going to care when you walk in and say, hey, so-and-so from YouTube's talking garbage. Who is this person? What is it that they've done? And I tried to get restraining orders. Unfortunately, with the First Amendment right, in short of saying that you're going to KILL someone, I've had the same person who called pizza on me impersonate me as somebody else and got me arrested for something I didn't do. I was ripped out of my house, thrown on the ground by police where I couldn't breathe. And the video's on there because my ex doxed it. Serious things happen. People can be killed. If they don't like someone, I have a hate group of over 300 women and men who every day I saw Trisha's stream. I see where Trisha is, taking pictures of me locally. This is a serious thing. And it's sad that they can't differentiate between that's online, this is real life. And those who say it's not true, I have all the proof to back it up.
Well, and the thing is too, Trisha, is, I've seen people say, you need to watch more of her videos or you need to do this. Hey, look, with me, I like going directly to the source and saying, hey, what's up? So I could watch videos that make her look bad, or maybe a video that she was in a bad mood, or I can come directly to Trisha and ask her questions. That's what I'm doing.
Might I ask this question? This person said, I saw you dox a woman yesterday. You showed her entire name and address because she donated money to you. First things first, I blocked this person for hating on me. She had to pay a penny that made me pay a penny on damn PayPal so she could hate on me again. I showed her message and it just happened to have her home address on it. Girl, if you were going to dox me or you're going to do all this stuff and write mean hate stuff, don't put your damn address on it. And don't call me dangerous because I have a lot of time on my hands. I don't care about you. I'm too loved up right now.
Well, and you know what? That's okay though, because Trisha, I'm not only talking to you for like you, but also for the people that maybe have a bad light of you. Because sometimes if we take ourselves out of our element and go to somebody else's channel or something, we kind of get a different view of people. And that's kind of what I wanted to do, because I honestly have seen nothing but good stuff in you that I like. And I think that you're entertaining. Do I think you do silly things often? Yeah. And I think they're highly entertaining. And I see how you riffraff and you play off of the people that come in and kind of say mean stuff. And I think it's good that you do that, because it means that you're not taking it too seriously. You're
there are people who profit off of it. And there was a conspiracy. What grown-ass adult woman calls pizza on another grown-ass adult woman? If you don't like what they're doing on the internet, you shut it off. I'm not North Korea, where you turn on your TV and all you see is Kim Jong whatever. And I don't care. I'm just not saying his name because they'll
Yes.
But they have to search for me. They have to, and it makes me sad that there are people who need to be offended so bad. They wake up in the morning, how can I be offended today? Instead of saying, it's a beautiful day, I love my life, let me go out and explore. It's, that bitch said, what? Let me find out who she is and try to ruin her day.
Right.
Next time, just don't add extra pepper. That was whatever. That wasn't very nice. A group of grown-ass women, and then they go back to, well, in high school, we're 40-something years old. High school was 20 years ago. Get over it. If you don't like someone, move on. That's the way I think of it.
Do you feel like sometimes, because I've seen, you said you wanted to I do it sometimes too, just take breaks from even just going into people's chats because it could be exhausting and overwhelming. Have you ever felt like you just kind of want to shut everything down on here and just leave it completely?
Oh, yes, I've tried many times. But then,
well, what keeps you on here? Like what keeps you?
Like Christina and Kim Tackett and Erica and Jane and Computer Blue and Classic and all the wonderful people who shoot the shit, and Sam Telfer and all the wonderful people who gave me encouragement to have a voice and to be who I am. And even if it's not the dramatic purposes, but to have those stories of my life that I can look back on and say, that's where I was and that I will never be again. And I feel good about that. And I have a story that I can share with other people. And yes, I will talk about my ex-husband because it was my life. To not talk about my ex-husband is to say your life didn't exist. I'm not dead. I'm not here for a competition. I'm living my life. I've had my vlog before. So when people want to say those things, oh, you talk about him all the time or you do this, and I'm still going to talk about it. It's my life. And if they don't like it, they don't have to watch me. End of story.
And you do a pretty good job, like in the morning, if you're doing your makeup or whatever, cooking something, I'll see you read like 5 hate comments in a row and you keep smiling. And I don't feel like you're doing it to be because, I'm pretty good at reading people when they're being a smartass or they're trying to piss people off. And I genuinely just see you enjoying yourself. And I look up to that because sometimes I can tend to take things seriously on here.
Oh,
and
very seriously at times when people threaten me, like Just Jen and many others that say some really mean things. Why do you have to say his personal info? Because you are spiteful and vindictive and evil. No. It's because I have the First Amendment right to say whatever the hell I want to. Take me to court then and prove that your balls don't hang down to your ankles. I don't care. You can't sue me for nothing. And that's the entertaining part of it, because I lived that. Now I'm with a man who has balls of steel.
Oh. Well, I mean.
Oh, where have you been my whole life?
Trisha, is there anybody that you wish, and you don't have to say names unless you want to, but is there anybody that you kind of wish in specific that you'd be like, wow, on here, like you wish it would have went better, or you could have gotten to know better?
Oh, goodness, many. I really can't think of off the top of my head. I just wish there was many. I wish there were many that I wish I could go back and say, you know what, let's start over. Can we have a new, life's too short. We're living our only life, not our best life. This is our only life. So to say your best life is kind of silly, because that means you have more lives. No, I'm living my only life. And this is the chance to do it. What about the kids you said were ugly? Will you answer? Well, yeah, when you say mean things to me, you are ugly. We're all ugly when we say mean things. So how about that?
Well, and also, people, you have to understand when you whether there's, it doesn't matter if you're just starting a channel or not, because whether I started my channel or 2 years later have my channel, you're going to say stuff and people are going to trigger you. And if you're just yourself on here and you're not being fake, you're going to have 10 million different emotions that people are going to see because you're being a human being. So when you snap on people and you say mean stuff, are you proud of the things you say, Trisha? No. Am I? No. But I mean, you take ownership and say, look, I was a dick. I'm sorry. Can we move on from that? So whoever's hanging on to it at that point, in my opinion, is the problem, because you don't want to move on.
And then they want to say, do you remember when, and get a whole new cycle of people to start hating on you. And it goes back to that one wonderful stream that you had before I fell asleep and had to leave. But when you had a bunch of people on there, wonderful people, and you're talking about, hey, you just want to have your own channel. Wow, the hate. What, you don't know this person. No one told you to watch. You click on there. You choose to. So to go back to the whole Dr. Phil thing, I thought I was having this moment of, I can tell my story. I can share. And unfortunately, there are a lot of people who made some very horrible and very hurtful and devastatingly awful things about real life events that had nothing to do with me. And they have made clone accounts using a deceased woman's name and said just these horrible things. But to go on, Dawn Michelle says, not pizza again. Yes, because it needs to be understood that I'm not the only one involved in this thing. It didn't just start where Trisha woke up one day and said, fuck the world, I hate you all, go to hell. No, not at all.
Well, Trisha, also, here's how I look at the pizza situation, because I do know who did that, obviously. And I like her. I haven't had a problem. But what I think about, but I will say what I.
Yes, now I know who. I know who.
I will say what I think about that situation.
I want to go back, not to interrupt you.
Oh, okay.
Let me volley this really quickly. And
yeah, go ahead.
Diane. Because had I listened to her the first time when she called me on the phone, instead of not paying attention to what she was trying to say to me, she had a very valid argument, and she was very logical and rational about the people on YouTube, and I should have listened to her. And instead I was very defensive, and I came from a place of, so Diane Patchen is someone who I would love to say, can I please have another opportunity to be your friend, or rectify this or make amends? Because not trying to interrupt you, but that was yes.
No, that's great.
For that. So yes. So as you were saying, yes, why do we always go back to the pizza? Because that was the defining moment where everything just kind of hit the fan.
Well, yeah. And, you got to understand, too, like, I like Diane a lot.
Yes.
But when we're doing stuff, because in Diane's view, from what I've heard her say, is she just did it as a joke, right? But I feel like if we're doing something as a joke, usually it's with people that we know are joking and we like, you know. So were you guys getting along at that point when she ordered it
No,
for you? Or okay.
I think that, however, coming from a different place, looking at it on the outside, looking in, I do not think that it came from a place out of pure malice. But I think with all of the extenuating circumstances, and with Stephanie Brown, she was another one who would vlog mean things about me all day long. Stephanie, I'm sorry for doxing you. I'm really sorry, because the pain of being doxed myself. There are people impersonating me. I was fighting back. 150 people. It was like a David and Goliath situation. So hopefully you have the understanding of where I was coming from, whether it be wrong. I wasn't entirely right, but if you were in my shoes, maybe you'd understand.
Well, and see, it's nice, Trisha, too, because maybe people wouldn't have seen before that you have the ability and you have it in you to care to apologize or work things out. So I don't know, maybe I'm sure Diane will hear that you were willing to do that. And I don't know, hopefully you guys can have a good conversation outside of YouTube or on either one.
I would love that. When they say the 3-year-old pizza story, no, it was just something unfair when 150 people are coming at you and you've got your biggest enemy living with you, sleeping with you.
Right. Well, and you have to understand, if somebody didn't like me and I got a pizza to my house, like I don't care what the toppings were, because I probably wouldn't eat a pizza that somebody else ordered me. I
told me to eat it. She's like, Mom, and I paid for it. Because the thing of it was that, and quickly, let me just say this because my heart was in the right place. The pizza delivery guy's wife, who lives next door, died that 2 nights before, and he was selling his car. He needed that job. I thought of it as, hey, I want to help this guy, not go fuck off and do whatever. I saw him lug up all the pizza and everything, and I paid for it, you know, and not that it's neither here or there. I was not in a good place 3 years ago. And if I can demonstrate by my actions now, I can share with you what I've learned from that experience and how I can try to share how that will never happen again. And I appreciate those who are following my story and see how hard I'm working at it every day.
Yeah, and I mean, to me, I didn't really know a lot about your past, but I can tell just from watching old videos of you to now how much you've progressed and evolved and changed in a good way.
I'm trying.
And I know that, like, I don't want to keep you on here too long because I know you were getting tired, but I did want to say, like, about the pizza thing. You know, people kind of have to put themselves in your shoes. If you know somebody doesn't like you and you receive a pizza from them and they still don't like you, you guys got to understand that someone's going to be like, why? You know, so when she's bringing up the 3-year-old pizza thing, that's why she's talking about it, because why even take the time to order a pizza? It may be funny in a group of friends, but still, in a way, it's like kind of a slap in the face, like, haha, I know your address.
Then it turned out the one who had been after my husband the entire time. Let me just make this loud and clear. I'd have put him in a FedEx box with some holes that he could breathe out of and sent him to damn Texas. If y'all don't even know the things that I've accomplished in the last year and a half I've been single, I feel good about that. I don't want to fight another woman over somebody like that. She can have him, be happy. Let's all enjoy love. If you're happy and in love, I support you. I'm happy and I'm in love, and I don't have to fake it. It's real. And I've just, my whole world, I found my whole world in one person, where I used to think of YouTube as my whole world. Does that make sense? No?
Well, no, it does. But Trisha, I kind of see, like, I don't feel like at this point, you don't seem like you rely on somebody else to be happy at this point. I feel like truly you're happy because I've watched you over the last year change, and you've gotten into shape, and people will say horrible things about your body. I'm like, dude, she's hot.
Like,
you look
Kelly,
really good.
Hold on, this is Kelly, the one who started a fight with an African-American lady posting terrible links saying, did you hear what Trisha did? Starting stuff. And then she writes, dating a married man. No, I'm not. He's a 30-year-old single law enforcement person. That's all you need to know. And they're mad. You know why? They want to see his face. They want to know what I'm doing. When they want to know what toilet paper I use. When they want to know what dishwashing detergent I use or what I used. I said I used dog shampoo in my hair just to see what they would say. And then all of a sudden they believed I used dog shampoo in my hair. Nobody wrecked my home, Christy. Let her be happy. Let her be happy with that man. She got her soulmate. Let's be happy. # love. Love yourself first, though. That's what it's about.
Well, and I believe actions speak louder than words. I think your actions have spoke for themselves in the last year, just watching you and getting to know you, because you seem pretty damn independent to me. And it doesn't seem like you rely on anybody else's opinion but your own for your happiness.
No, when I was on Dr. Phil, I needed everybody's. Like Pat Bowman says, what are you going to do when your relationship fails? You didn't see a wedding band, boho. It was a glimmer of light, silly. How could a glimmer of light be? These people make up.
Oh, I get it.
But as Kelly said, what if the relationship fails? Then I move on to another one, like I did many other times. The most important relationship that I've learned since 2017 in Dr. Phil is the relationship with myself. And as long as I am happy with who I am and living a life of doing my best every day, that's what's important. But how these people, that's not my vagina they've posted on the internet that they say it's mine. They do all of these things. That's Trisha. No, they got that from National Geographic. I didn't make that for this month.
So can I ask you, do you still have your, is it Just Fans or OnlyFans, whatever it's called?
Oh, I sure do. And I love it. I love that. I used to be called names for being sexual or finding my sexuality. And now I can be free and I can enjoy my body and love my body, wrinkles and imperfections and all. And it pays bills. So I don't understand why that should even be a matter to some of these women. Well, I feel like the divorce is hard. And a lot of these women, I'm sure you can identify. Try putting yourself in my shoes for a moment if you have the empathy or understanding to do so. I don't like being defensive. I like being happy because I'm in a better place. And that's not an act. It's real. It's kind of like eating really good ice cream that melts all over you in different places. And then all of a sudden having the best lover in the world enjoy that ice cream with you. Oh, yeah. I want to be the next Dr. Ruth. I love talking about sex because I never had much of it. And now that I have so much of it, I just want to tell everybody.
Oh, yeah. I love openly talking about sex, too. I mean, it's the natural human emotion. But, yes. I mean, to me, Trisha, you don't come off as the type of person that enjoys being mean to people or enjoys argument or dramatic stuff. And like I said, I've seen so many people like come after you hard and you just sit there like, whatever, what are you still doing here? I've seen people come into your streams and say that they're underage children, and which they're probably not. They're just saying that to try to get you in trouble. And I've seen you address it, say, hey, this stream's for adults, get out of here. And you handle it really good.
It's crazy. I was on Netflix the other day. I don't know how Netflix works, but you can find naked people on Netflix without having to put a age thing in there. Sniper Wolf was the one who went after an adult woman. And then they try to flip that script. I'm an adult. This is my channel. Why should I change because of that? I was there before all of that, But I am mindful in a way. That's why I really don't get to talk about many things. And, lots of things I'd love to talk about to other women. And I'll tell you, ladies, if you got you'd just be in a lot more happier place if you got to enjoy the things that I got to enjoy.
Well, I think the smile tells it all.
And it's tea tree oil, ladies. That's how you don't get that damn stink box. Sorry. I am coming out.
No, I'm interested to hear this. Is it just a droplet or do you put it in a douche nozzle?
No, just a droplet and add it to some baby oil.
Oh, and that doesn't burn?
No, not there.
Oh,
Baby
wow.
oil, massage with it. I have the softest skin now, and it feels
Oh,
good.
okay. Yeah, I
Tiffany,
tried baby oil in the shower and almost slipped and broke my neck.
me too. Oh, it's great when you're loved and with someone who loves you up, or you love yourself up. I never learned what it was like to love myself up until this last year, and it feels great. And then you can meet someone who can love you up, and you tell them how to love you up, and that just feels good.
Do you know, man, I don't want to put any links in just because I don't think we have time for all these people to maybe say mean stuff.
Line of things, though. I'm coming out with a new line of lube for women. And
you are?
Oh, yes. I'm working on a project. And I've always been trying to work on a project, but now I've been encouraged to do so.
Do you already have a line of lube out there already?
I've got the formulations for some.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting.
You're over 40, and now all of a sudden your woo-ha is wide open. The whole world, it's like a whole new world. I named it Ariel. A whole new world. Never mind. You gotta have laughter.
I guess that's better than Under the Sea.
Yeah.
Get a little fishy.
No, never. That's what tea tree oil does, and they can make fun of me all they want to, but I'd rather smell like a tree than a fish, okay?
No. Well, tea tree oil is really good for like if you got a fungus problem or bacterial stuff.
To prevent it.
So sorry, I'm trying to read some of these comments. I think they're delayed on here.
Some of them would be bad. But if everybody understood, it's like all of a sudden waking up and you're evolving into something else. And it's just like, wow, this is what life is like, instead of being down there totally depressed and angry and mad. When you're like alive, you're lighter on your feet and you're happy and you just want to sing all the time, and it's real. You wake up in the morning and you're happy to be alive. You're like, I'm alive, I'm happy, like just.
Well, that shows. I mean, it's written all over your face. And I honestly think it's been like that even before you got in a relationship. And it seems a little bit, a lot better now that you are. But
a partner to do things with.
Yeah, exactly.
Not just, us single people do what we got to do,
Oh, trust me. I know how to stink it up.
Long term, something, it feels good. And I wish all of these other ladies in here, tea tree oil, does it burn just a little bit? But it's worth it.
Yeah, because it burns if I just even put it on, just get a little bit on my skin.
Oh, yeah.
So
some people are sensitive to it, and then you use a carrier oil like sweet almond oil or something. But
you know what I'd be really, really interested in, Trisha? Because my chat was lagged here, but not here. I would love for you and Molly Go Lightly to do a stream together. I think that would be awesome.
Oh, I would love to do a stream with her. Oh my gosh, I would love to. I want to see who can carry a bottle between our cleavage.
Remember, that would be pretty interesting.
I've always loved her. Everyone has their own different opinions about people, but I think Molly's beautiful. I always have. I would never ever say, this is the way I think. Why be jealous of other women? Find something you like about them. Find one thing. Hey, you know what? Your man's looking at another woman. So what? Maybe he likes that dress. Maybe if you buy that dress, he'll look at you in the same way. Not be like, why are you looking at her like that for? No. It's about what is it about that person and how can you enjoy being you? And so that was when I started my Posh and Naughty business. I owned a lingerie and novelty store a long time ago where people tried to bash it, but it was the best single mother entrepreneurial experience I ever had. And the women that I met, my best friend, she bought a bra from me and she died of breast cancer. And this was the tree behind me that was left in her memory. And it stays with me. And that's what I love. And I want to get back to my roots, something where I had to stop because I had such a poor self-esteem and I was fractured that I met that Machiavellian, tall, dark, and handsome, well put together army man. 10 years later. Anyway, move on, going forward. I don't want to do that drama anymore. Once my divorce is over, I want to move on, and I want to meet every single woman here. I want to talk to them. Tell me about your life. Tell me what you're living through every day. Tell me about the things that you've accomplished and how to bring you back to where you were again. Because I promise you, a lot of these women here were hurting like I was. And if they were given the potential, they were given that gift of, you can do it, I can do it, and we all can do it together and be happy. And it's real. Happiness is real.
And sorry, my chat was live, so I don't know how far back this comment was, but somebody's saying something along the lines it already moved. But we've heard this 100 times before. Look, this is what I think about when you hear things over and over again. And people have even said this about me. Oh, they're going to apologize. They're going to apologize again. That's what happens when you're living and breathing. So if you're telling me that you do something perfect every single day of your life, you don't ever have to apologize, you don't ever fall down, you don't ever make mistakes, well then, geez, you shouldn't even be talking to anybody, because you're way high and mighty up here and you don't need anybody else. Everybody makes mistakes, everybody apologizes over and over, but I think it takes accountability to say something over and over and over again, especially if somebody's willing to say, guess what? I screwed up again. I screwed up again, over and over. I think that's more, I look up to that more than somebody who's not willing to own up to their flaws at all.
Yeah.
So I give you props for that. Do it again. Apologize again tomorrow.
I want someone to know. Leah says that, Trisha, what do you look for now in a relationship that you didn't before? Me. A strong me. Someone who sees me as a strong person, not needing me to pay his bills and weigh his way through life or get him through something. That I met someone in a interdependent, excuse me, not codependent.
Get it together.
In an interdependent kind of way where I can be independent and work through my stuff and find someone who's just as strong and supports me and doesn't put me down and encourages me to be my best. I love that. So yeah, what I look for is someone who's just as positive and someone who's just as loving and kind, and we mirror who we are.
Well, that's good. And I hope it works out for you. I do. But either way, I mean, you are a pretty, in my opinion, badass person who has transitioned from so many different forms. And I'm talking physically and mentally and spiritually, obviously. So, but I mean, you could just look at you and see that.
Reinvention is key. Look at Madonna. I mean, gee.
Don't get me started on that bitch.
No. I'm a mom of a 23-year-old son. There is no way I would ever date someone younger than my son. She's 60-something with a 20-something-year-old boyfriend. Girl, no, never.
I'm not a big Madonna fan, so.
I'm 42 and my boyfriend's 30. He said, I don't know. He just tells me all the time I look so good for my age, and it's like, wow, you're 30.
Well, I'm 38. I thought you were probably younger or around my age.
Hey, well, you're very handsome, Robbie. You know that.
Well, don't say that too loud. People will think you're flirting with me, even though you know I'm gay.
Oh, no. You are? Oh, shucks. I didn't know. I'm just
a little bit.
Just a little bit. So what? It's fun. I love it. You're a lot more fun too. It's just, like Mr. Potato parts, you just add them. I had a great summer last summer. I bought some.
Wait, hold on. Say that one more time. Say that one more time.
You just add a part like Mr. Potato Head.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh, wait. Are you saying that you had sex with a gay man? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Oh, I thought you were talking about a strap-on.
Yeah, with a girl.
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay.
Was this the girl that was on your channel for a little bit?
Oh, no.
Oh,
I would never talk about it or post about that, but maybe it'll be in my book, and it was very exciting. I just opened up. I tried so many things. I even went.
You went to a what?
I went to an awesome club with somebody, though. I had a partner with me and watched things. Oh, it's so
Was
dirty.
this a sexual club?
Mm.
Or, oh, okay.
Probably
Yeah,
doing-
I used to go to those all the time.
I wouldn't go there. I didn't go there to do anything, but it was really exciting to go and see how another
Mhm.
half lived. Because, see, I could attract better looking partners. You saw the partner I was with, I'd only attract frickin' Slim Jim. Oh,
You know,
Slim Jim.
I honestly don't know anything about your, you know, I see your ex or whatever, and I don't know anything about them. So,
In my book, it's just, think of a dehydrated potato. That's
mhm.
all. Just there. It's it.
Well, Trisha,
Hey,
my
thank
my
you.
my view on you is like, I don't know everything about what you've done, what you've been through, and to be honest, I don't care. You know, and a lot of people say, well, if you're going to talk to her, you need to go back and look at this, or you need to know she did this. It's not my business. I like interacting with you. Whatever you've done in your past is really oblivious to me. I don't care, because it seems like you're looking forward to the future, and you're able to own up to your actions. You're able to know that you want to change. So who gives a shit about your past? To be honest, I don't care.
It's kind of like you
I
have the
really
right
don't.
to be rehabilitated. You have the right to change your ways. And I'm not perfect. I'm not ever going to be perfect. But I'm sure as hell going to try, because I love my life now. And I'm not going to let them take that away from me. When you harness your emotions and you harness the control of who you are and realize these people who you want attention from, but on that same, I'll say it's a dichotomy of sorts, when you see both sides of it and you understand where you're going, where do I want to go? I want to go to a whole new level, not just stay in that space. And when I attract new people and amazing people in my life, it feels good. Like, I'd ask Molly out on a date. I'd sure go out with Molly. Hey, wait a minute. I think my boyfriend would be open to that. She'd like him.
Oh, well, I don't know about her husband, but she'd probably go out and shake
Ooh,
it on the dance floor with you.
yeah. I think she's gorgeous. I love her. And so the way that I look, I try. And that's great. Pat, wonderful. That's all we can hope. You can't be with a partner and not be with a partner and not expect them to be happy. Let them be happy. That's the best revenge. Living well. Do it, girl. Congratulations. You were never controlled by him because you lived in my house. You knew, Tiffany. Oh. So, Stephanie Brown, I really hope I can try to connect with you, and I hope that you can understand where I was many years ago, and I'm not that same person, and I would like to apologize to you. And I'm not expecting an apology from you, because that's just not how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
So, those of you who we've had some words in the past, let's move on, because I think we all have something great and wonderful within us that we can share with others.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, Save Robbie, and everyone here on Save Robbie's channel. I love you, Robbie, so much. And to go back to you, you gave me the opportunity, the privilege that I have right now being here with you. Thank you for this time, and thank you for loving me as much as I love you. And
Yeah, I do love you.
you get love. I love you, and I feel that love. And it's a learning experience and moving on. And thanks, everybody in the chat. I love you, Molly Go Lightly. Email me. Truthfully, Trisha at gmail.com. Thank you.
Make a video. Yeah, and thank you guys for looking out for I know that it doesn't matter. You don't really care the mean people coming in, but thank you to my friends that are moderators on here.
Thank you all.
But yeah, thank you again, Trisha. And of course, I'll see you around and stuff. But thank you for clearing the air on some stuff.
Anna Nicole Smith and all them left off at 39? I'm 42. I'm blonde. I'm ready. Let's have fun now.
Uh-oh, Molly Go Lightly. Here she comes.
I love you all. Good night.
Have a good night. And good night, guys. Thank you for thank you for everybody for being respectful and kind, and even to the people that weren't. Thank you for coming in and giving your opinion, because it's still appreciated on some level, shape, or form. And if you're mad, I'm sure you'll get over it eventually. I think the important thing is just to listen to people, because I don't think a lot of people do that. And I know I reset some of the, I love you too, Nikki. some of the moderators I got to go through, and I remove them every time and then put them back. But anyways, guys, I got to pee really bad, so I hope you have a good night, and I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye, guys.